Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Okay, let's get this out there first. Everything I say in this video is my opinion and mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Please do not attack or harass anyone mentioned in this video. Thank you. Let's get on with this.
You know, she's such a beautiful person and such a good girl, and I believe that all of the things that she's gone through have made her stronger. And that she would say things to me after, like, I still have nightmares. I still in the middle of my night, I feel, she would say that. And I always take what people say with a grain of salt. Like, I think, yeah, it did bother her, but it was our way of saving you.
Did she tell you she was put into solitary?
What do you mean solitary? What do you mean?
Solitary confinement. Treating children like they're in a prison instead of a school?
Are you serious? She's never told me that. In Utah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Popping bottles.
Okay, so there are a few people who are not happy with me. Because I made one or two videos on Joanne Cochran. Now, I'm going to get straight into this. I found Joanne a week or two ago, and upon finding her, I watched a video where she was, what's the word, reacting to a video that Katie made, talking about Paris Hilton. Now, I started watching the video and started to see that Joanne was doing exactly the same as what Katie does. And with that, I mean making things suit her own agenda. Calling Katie a liar, that she's lying about what Paris Hilton went through, that she's lying about all the trauma that Paris Hilton went through. And I felt that was wrong, because I've personally watched the documentary on YouTube. Right, now don't forget it's on YouTube, that Paris Hilton made about her life. So I approached Joanne, and it was more than clear, to say the least, that Joanne had not watched any of the Paris Hilton documentary, nor had she heard anything about it. And to go full attack on someone when you don't have all the facts yourself is why Katie's in the trouble that she's in now. Is why Katie is being sued. Now, I tried to bring that to Joanne, and generally she wasn't interested. In the same way she wasn't interested with comments that were made about Prince Harry. Now, Prince Harry has said time and time again that he hates the fact that he was not able to save his mother, but he will do everything he can to save his wife. So John thought that was hysterical, because Prince Harry was just a child when his mother died. Now, in my eyes, that is not a funny thing to laugh about. The fact that this boy who was then a child, man who was then a child, blames himself for not being able to save his mother. So I contacted her about that too. And once again, she was very misinformed, did absolutely no research, but only wanted a way that she could go after Katie. Now, I'm sorry, but if I was to go after Katie for what she does wrong, but then not sort of pull Joanne up on what she does wrong, what does that make me? In my mind, that makes me a hypocrite. I'm going to put right here the clip of Paris Hilton, and then I'm going to explain why I put this clip in.
Remember, it was a school night, it was the middle of the night, and I just heard screaming, bloody murder. I knew there was a takedown in the works. I didn't know it was people coming in and capturing her.
I thought I was being kidnapped. I started screaming for my mom and dad, like, to help me, and no one came. As they were taking me, I saw my parents standing by their door, crying. And I was like, please help me, what's happening? And no one would tell me what was happening.
And then in the morning, it was breakfast, and Paris didn't come to the breakfast table. And my parents were like smiling, like everything's fine. And
Okay, so yeah, that was heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Paris sleeps 2 to 3 hours a night, if that, because she still has a lot of trauma and a lot of problems that may never be able to be fixed. Joanne thought it was a good idea to take that problem and compare it to an episode of The Simpsons. Now, this episode of The Simpsons is where Bart and Lisa want to go off to Krusty's holiday camp. They get there and it's nothing like they thought it would be. Whereas Paris is taken out of her bed forcibly and taken to a boarding school which treats her like, well, you can see the clip. And after that, a person came to me and said that they had been lynched generally by Joanne and her subs. Now, I've read some of the comments in both videos, and in the one about Paris Hilton, other people were saying to Joanne, you're wrong. What you're saying is wrong. But she didn't want to know. And to me, that's doing exactly what Katie's doing. And I'm sorry, but no, I'm not going to keep shut about it. This makes you no better than Katie. It's like Katie's latest video where she's talking about the case being dismissed, and she's talking about how she would never go and get someone's police report. But she did. And I'll be making a video addressing that video, which is absolutely disgusting. But Katie can do enough damage herself. She doesn't need help to make her look bad. Katie does that all by herself. And I don't care if people come on my channel and go, I hate your wig. Fine, you hate my wig. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. I've had people, when I've talked about my channel on other people's channels, the first thing people say to me is your channel and your name? Why wouldn't it be? Do people really go on one channel to talk to people and then make videos under a different name? So that, I don't know. What reason would you have for that? I have my name on YouTube, the same name on Twitter, and the same on Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I don't know how to use it. I barely know how to use Twitter. And my Facebook is a private account to which I have friends and family on only. Yeah. But what would that make me if I didn't pull Joanne up on these lies? What kind of person would that make me? I try to be as fair as possible. Where I can, I will try approaching the person and talking to them. If they are ignorant to my suggestions, and I have done everything I can to make things as fair as possible, I may make a video on that person. I may not. Depends on the situation at the time. But please, come on. This is insane. This is absolutely crazy. I don't see how people justify allowing other people to lie, except for Katie. People can lie about Katie, but Katie can't lie about anything. And I have done videos about Katie, and I will continue to make videos about Katie. My channel isn't solely about Katie, and it never will be. I highly doubt Katie will be around forever. I believe one way or another Salts will get her off YouTube. But other than that, if Katie does something stupid or ignorant or just lie about people, I will talk about her. I'm not going to talk about her breaking wind. But if I feel like it is important enough to talk about it, I will talk about it. I'm currently going through some of her articles that she wrote on Pathos. I don't know what it's called. But I've done 2 and I have a couple more I want to do. But as for Joanne, I gave her the link to the documentary. I suggested she watch the documentary and think about what she said in this video. And she doesn't want to do that. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to bring this situation to the light. And if someone comes to me and say they've been bullied by a certain person, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to get all butthurt over a comment from someone I'm never going to meet. I'm not going to allow people to insult me, belittle me, or berate me in any way, because that makes their day a little bit better. I am not going to get upset, and I will not start shouting and screaming. No point. Absolutely no point. I will never meet any of these people in real life. Ever. And I am going to stay true to who I am. I think of myself as a fair person. I think of myself as someone who gives people an opportunity to change. Sometimes I don't feel like there is that possibility, but I hope. I can hope. And this is just insane. And we all just need to get on in the world. And as I've said, I am not going to justify calling out one person who's not liked and then not calling out a person who is liked. I will not be that hypocrite. And with that, I am going to say goodbye. Good night. Have a good one. Enjoy your evening. Hope you're safe. Goodbye.
I'm nervous. I'm shaking. It's hard to even eat because my stomach is just like turning. I don't know. It's something that's very personal and not something I like talking about. I feel like the whole world thinks they know me because I've been playing this character for so long. I've always heard that people hang out at Walmart. Why? I don't know. What is Walmart? It's like they sell wall stuff? What is it? That's not me. No one really knows who I am. Something happened in my childhood that I've never talked about with anyone. I still have nightmares about it. I wish I could bring like a camera into my dreams and like show you what it's like. It's terrifying. And I relive that every night. I experienced it, and to this day I'm still traumatized. And I think the only way to have these nightmares stop is to do something about it.